So I programmed something called the bench RDL for you. First of all, I want to tell you why I programmed it. I noticed in your bent over row to RDL that your shins are coming forward just a little bit in your RDL. This is something really normal for tall people or people with tight hamstrings. And I think it's something that you don't even realize you're doing. So what I want to do is help you fix your RDL pattern, and this is going to help fix your deadlift and quite a lot of other things as well. So the bench RDL, the reason for it, or what it does, is it gives you a sensation, something behind your leg, so that you can feel if your knees start to go forward. So a regular RDL is we hinge back as we come down, as we go lower, let's say like that. So what the bench does is when I hinge back, a lot of times when I get to this point and my hamstrings get too tight to keep going down, some people will bend their back or hunch their shoulders and round their back to keep going down. Other people will push the knees forward to keep going down. Both of those two actions takes all of the movement out of the hamstrings and moves it either into the lower back or into the quads. The intent of the RDL is hamstrings. It's to strengthen the hamstrings and to lengthen the hamstrings. So if you set up the RDL up against a bench like this, you want to make sure that the shin, the lower leg, is vertical. Then as you go into your RDL movement, pushing the glutes back and reaching for the ground, the calf needs to stay in contact with the bench the entire time. The minute you reach the end of your hamstrings, I notice what you do to keep going down is push the knees forward. And the minute that happens, you're going to lose contact with the bench. So the bench RDL, whether done body weight, like this, or with dumbbells, like this, will force you to have a perfect RDL pattern. So what you need to focus on is feeling the stretch and push the butt back. Feel the stretch in the hamstrings and go to the end of that stretch. Do not allow the back to round to reach further to the ground, and don't allow the legs to lose contact with the bench. The goal of this movement, you'll notice that I put it as a warm-up to your deadlift. This is not a strength movement. This is a mobility movement. So what we are doing is trying to lengthen the hamstrings to prepare to reach all the way to the floor to deadlift. So I do want you to weight it, but I don't want you to focus on, oh, let's progress the weight, let's progress the weight. What I want you to progress is the depth. So you're going to get into your start position. You'll notice I take my toes and I dig them into the floor. This helps with balance. It helps me not feel like I'm going to tip forward or backwards. Push the butt backwards. And you're going to bring the weight down as far as you can. I noticed this was about as far as you got before you started moving the knees forward. So that's fine. As far as you can, without losing contact with the bench, without rounding your back. Hold that position just a little bit because this is a stretch, and come back up. I programmed 8 reps. The intention is to try and get a little tiny bit millimeters, not 5 or 10 millimeters, but 1 or 2 millimeters per rep. Just try to get a little deeper and a little deeper and a little deeper each rep. And the way you're going to do that, you're not rushing to the bottom, you're stretching. You're slowly stretching those hamstrings. You're going to stop at the bottom position and you're going to hold that a second before you squeeze those hamstrings and glutes and come back up. So that's how you're going to do this movement. Let me know if you have any questions.